What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Shawn Gonzalez and this is Gonzalez Films. So today I wanted to talk about the Schneider Cinelux WA 3D printed anamorphic lens I made a few months ago. Now that I had time to shoot with it and test it out, I wanted to give you guys my opinions and feedback on it. It took a lot of time with the measurements and the sizing before I took the lens apart. Then I wrote down the infinity mark, took the lens apart, and realized the infinity mark that I wrote down was completely wrong. If any of you guys have this lens, you know that the rear glass optic sits in the back of the housing about 3/4 of an inch. I thought I had that correct. I didn't. I was completely wrong, and it was just basically a guessing game after that. There was a lot of test prints that I did over the course of many days and many hours, and I finally got it all the way down to the exact millimeter that I needed. Then I designed the lens, printed out all the parts, flocked the inside of the lens, and then put everything together, and it's a really nice solid build. I love the way it feels, and it's way lighter than the original aluminum body that it was manufactured in. This glass is so sharp and so solid, it lets in a ton of light, and it's just one of those lenses you don't want to see go unused. You don't see many people using them, so I figured why not put it to the test and see what it can do. It's very comparable. You can see how big the glass optics are, and it's very comparable to the Schneider Cinelux ES lens. I want to show you guys the quality of this lens, the flares, the bokeh, the sharpness, all that good stuff. But before I do, I just want to say that I'm going to put it up against another lens, the little brother, the Schneider Cinelux ES, just so there's something that I can compare it to. So here's the tests, and I'll see you guys in a minute. So my opinion is it's a great lens, very similar to the Cinelux ES in sharpness, in bokeh, flares, image quality. Everything is basically identical. The big difference is you can go wider with the Cinelux ES compared to this one. On the Cinelux ES, you can do 40mm, 50mm speed boosted. On this, you can only shoot 50mm and above, because anything below that, you'll vignette pretty bad. Another thing that I noticed while shooting with this lens is the top and the bottom of the image. When you're shooting close, it's kind of blurry and out of focus. But I think that's because I'm using the 24A, and this is a 35mm projection lens, just like the Bausch and Lomb that I did. But I'm pretty sure if I use the 35A, that wouldn't be a problem. I'm not really seeing that vintage aesthetic that I see on most anamorphic lenses, but this is a Cinelux and the Cinelux ES as well. No vintage feel or anything like that. So I could possibly use this on a second camera for another shot, because the picture is just basically identical to the ES, so that's a plus. It was a fun project to take on. It took a little longer than the other lenses that I worked on, but it was definitely well worth it. I shot another project with this lens, and you guys can check that out. It's called City of Souls. The link will be down in the description below this video. Same setup, the Schneider Cinelux WA GH5, Mikkor 50mm, and there was an ND filter used, so some shots you may see a little bit of vignetting in the corners, but that's only because the ND filter stacked on the front of the 24A. Just keep that in mind when watching that video. That is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you drop a comment down below, like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
You